Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. I am the Mystical Intuitive, and today's pick card reading is about how your future spouse will show affection in private versus in public. For pile 1 we have the Lapis Lazuli stone. For pile 2 we have the Moonstone. And for pile 3 we have the Carnelian stone. So pick one of these 3 piles and then I'll see you at your reading. Okay, pile 1, the Lapis Lazuli stone. This is your reading. We're going to look at how your future spouse will show affection in private versus in public. So tell me, Spirit. How will the future spouse show them affection in private versus in public? Okay, we have here the 8 of Wands. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and the 10 of Swords. Okay, so it's interesting. I think in private, your future spouse is very passionate towards you, especially here with the 8 of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. There's a lot of attraction here. Yeah, your future spouse is very physical with you. They love physical affection, you know, hugging, kissing, cuddling, all of that. They're very attracted to you as well. You know, they might initiate sex a lot or something like that. So yeah, they want to be physically close to you, and they might compliment you a lot and tell you that you're very beautiful and handsome. Yeah, there's just a lot of physical affection in private here, and it's a lot of lust here. And I feel like, you know, with all this passion, they're also, you know, very impulsive and, you know, quick to act on their feelings here. Because they just feel so strong. They feel like a very strong attraction towards you. And yeah, so it's like spontaneous hugs or kisses or intimacy. They might pull you in for a cuddle or something like that. They might just randomly start laying on you and try to cuddle with you, right? They might put their hand in their hair for you to, you know, massage their hair or something like that. That's something that they really like, right? It's like they can't hold back when it's just the two of you. And with the Queen of Pentacles, even though, you know, they're very passionate and there's a lot of fire, there's also, they're still very grounded and earth-like in their, when you guys are just, when it's just the two of you. So yeah, they balance this attraction and lust with like tenderness, a grounded tenderness here with the Queen of Pentacles, because she's pretty nurturing, but in a practical way. So yeah, they show affection by nurturing you, cooking for you, maybe making sure you're comfortable, and, you know, spoiling you with nice foods or gifts as well, and touch and just physical affection. So I would say in private, their love languages would be physical touch and acts of service here. Yeah, so they're also very playful. Maybe they like to play fight with you or something like that, or maybe they just like to pick you up a lot. Yeah, just very passionate and nurturing energy, very physical here. It's like they almost need that physical touch to kind of, in private, to kind of recharge almost. Yeah, you definitely are in a safe space, and you definitely turn them on. But in public, it's a bit different here, because we have the Knight of Swords and the 10 of Swords. So in front of others, I feel like they're a bit more protective of you and also themselves, you know. They don't want to come across as maybe too sensitive or vulnerable. Maybe this is the kind of person who, you know, doesn't want, you know, their friends and family to know how like sappy they are with you. And yeah, they're also a bit more guarded, you know, around others to show affection. But with the Knight of Swords, it does tell me that, you know, if there's any danger or someone is like a threat to you, they'll step up fast, right? No one can disrespect you because your future spouse will protect you with sharp words here with the Knight of Swords, or physically defend you, you know. Yeah, very protective of you. And with the Ten of Swords, yeah, again, it's also suggesting to me that they hold back any softer gestures in public because they don't want to, you know, again, appear weak or overly mushy. They might be a bit afraid of getting made fun of or something like that. Especially, I feel like, you know, around friends and family. So I feel like in public, they show affection maybe through subtle actions, you know, walking close to you, holding your hand, guiding you with their head on your back, or speaking up for you or something like that, doing stuff for you. Yeah, so in public, they're protective, they're very assertive, and they're very subtle with their affection, and they're not as much openly romantic, right? They save that true softness for when it's just the two of you. Yeah. So in private, they're very fiery, playful, and nurturing, and in public, they're protective and a bit more proud, I guess, and more restrained with any public display of affection. So let's see what else. How is their future spouse in public versus private with their affection? Show me. Temperance, yeah, see? So it's like they go from two extremes. In private, they're like very mushy, and in public, they're different, a bit more guarded. Meditation. It's almost like when you guys are in public, they can't stop these feelings of attraction and lust, right? In private, they act upon that. But in public, I feel like it's a bit harder for them to restrain themselves. You know, I'm seeing that they might whisper in your ears, you know, I can't wait to get home to because I really want you. I might see a little bit of a butt slap for some of you. It's like these little things that's just between the both of you. These little moments where they will show how much passion they have for you. We have the Seven of Swords. Yeah, it's like they're hiding it. They're hiding it in public. They're a bit sneaky with it. Quick kisses, you know, maybe looking around if someone sees. Queen of Wands. Yeah, very attracted to you. I feel like that's something that they, even if they try to, they can't hide how much attracted they are to you in public. They might look at you a lot as well, and people notice. Maybe people make fun of them for it here as well. It's interesting. We have the Temperance card and the Meditation card, which is an extra card in this tarot deck that I'm using right now. You know, it's the same energy. You know, Temperance is all about being calm, being balanced. You know, meditation is also about that. You know, balancing yourself, calming your mind. So I feel like they're very a calm person when it's just the two of you. I feel like, you know, in public, they're a bit more, again, on guard, you know, maybe looking around a lot for any threats, maybe being a bit more, trying to seem like a threat to others, to protect you, and to be, you know, not vulnerable and super masculine. But in private, they can let their guard down, you know, they're very calm, they're a lot more softer. And I feel like they want you to feel safe with them, and they want the connection to feel safe. And there's a lot of healing energy as well. Like you can be yourself around them. And it's the same for them. They feel that way about you. You know, they feel safe. And yeah, so that also means like maybe like very long conversations about, you know, that you guys will have. You know, they're a great listener. They will listen to your problems. And maybe they will comfort you a lot, and maybe they're just holding you and you guys are just silent, but it's It's a very calm energy. So maybe also, try to, if you've had a stressful day, to, help you relax, maybe run you a bath, maybe give you a foot massage or something like that. Maybe making you a nice meal or something. Maybe bring you a glass of wine. Yeah. So they're also very present here with the meditation, because meditation is also all about being present in the now. So they're not maybe someone who's a lot on their phone. They're very present with you. Their focus is on you. I feel like also in public as well. Yeah. And they're very patient with you as well. Very gentle. And with the Nine of Cups, I feel like they also want to make you feel adored and, fulfilled. And Nine of Cups is about satisfaction. So, yeah, they want to pleasure you in multiple ways, whether it's through sex or, you, like I said, maybe your favorite drink or your favorite meal or massage. It's like they want you to enjoy yourself with them, right? And again, they compliment you a lot. And whatever like little indulgence you have, favorite food or cuddles or gifts, that's what they will give you. They might, give you your favorite book to read with a blanket and your favorite drink, and just, set that up for you and just tell you to relax while they make dinner or something like that. And yeah, they just want you to be comfortable, I guess, at home. And they're very much a soothing presence and very attentive to you and emotionally very attentive. They're just going to make you feel very cherished and secure. Yeah, and in public, again, with the Seven of Swords, they keep their affection hidden in public. They're sneaky with it. They might downplay their feelings in front of others, Not because they don't care about you, but more because they prefer to keep, intimacy private. I don't know. They might have some hang-ups surrounding that. And with the Queen of Wands, even though, they're guarded, but they're still somehow going to shine the light on you. The Queen of Wands is the center of attention here, right? So I feel like in front of others, they might praise you a lot. That's maybe, words of affirmation is something, maybe their love language in public here. They're going to hype you up. And I feel like they're going to they're going to show pride in being seen with you. They're like, yeah, this is my spouse. Pile one, that's mine. So yeah, instead of, public display of affection, they might, brag about your talents or just, stand by you very proudly here. So yeah, in public, they're a bit more reserved with touch. It might be a few little things here and there, but they're very reserved. But they're very openly proud of you, very supportive, and kind of subtly showing that, you're my person here. Okay, let's see. What other cards we have for you? Pile on. Perfect match. They're cuddling, this couple. So yeah, they like cuddling. Best friend. They might like to give you like little kisses on your cheek or the temple or your forehead. Especially in private. Like, I feel like this energy is in private, the cuddling, the kissing. Responsibilities. Yeah, they feel like responsible for you. So again, in public, they're a bit more, I guess, Saturnian-like, they're Capricorn-like. They're very much thinking about their responsibilities. They're focused on maybe driving you, ordering food, stuff like that. This might be something that they do, opening doors for you. They feel very responsible over you. Self-love. Yeah, they're also going to maybe teach you to maybe, you know, to not overwork yourself as well. You see here how she's laying here in bed. She's comfortable, she's relaxed. And I feel like that's what your future spouse is going to do for you. It's almost like if you overwork yourself, they're kind of like forcing you to relax here, to lay down, you know. Burning desire, yeah, they're very attracted to you. So they can't keep their hands off of you. You know, they're going to touch you a lot. And I'm also seeing like checking you out, maybe also taking pictures of you when you don't notice. You know, they might compliment you and say that you look really good in the clothes that you're wearing. Yeah, a lot of grabbing at body parts. Okay, that's all I have for you, part 1. I hope it resonated with you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the reading. And if you want a private reading with me, you can always email me. My email is in the description box below. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye. Okay, pile 2, the Moonstone. We're looking at how your future spouse will show affection in private versus in public. So let's see. Okay, we have here the Sun card. We have here the Ace of Wands. We have here the Wheel of Fortune. And the 3 of Wands. And then these 3 cards also flew out. So I'm going to take them. We have the 4 of Cups. The 10 of Pentacles. And the 2 of Wands. Okay. Okay, so interesting. I feel like with the 10 of Pentacles in private, you know, their affection is kind of based on stability and building a life with you, you know. So, you know, that they will want like a very cozy home-based intimacy with you. So dinners, movie nights, you know, also maybe making long-term plans, maybe going on hikes, maybe just enjoying yourself by, you know, having a drink outside in your yard or something like that. It's very home-based. Just doing family stuff as well. I think they would really like to, you know, have a family, have children, and do stuff. I feel like this person is going to be really involved in the family life. You know, they love, you know, taking care of the kids, going on outings with you and the kids as well. And even when they seem kind of quiet or withdrawn here with the 4 of Cups, because this person is definitely like, you know, sometimes, you know, needs their own space, you know, maybe they go in their own little world, and they do that because they feel safe enough to kind of fully relax around you here with the 4 of Cups. With the 2 of Wands and the 3 of Wands, they're also very much a planner, you know. This is all about planning, a vision. So I feel like this is the kind of person who would, like, you know, plan weekly date nights or something like that. You know, maybe you'll get a babysitter and have like a weekly date night here. I feel like they're gonna, even when you guys, it literally says here, date card, I'm seeing now. But yeah, I feel like even if you are married for a couple of years, you know, they're still gonna try to date you. I'm still gonna show effort in that regard, you know, take you out to nice dinners, stuff like that. And this is the kind of person that maybe, you know, wants to talk a lot about, you know, your future, making goals here. That's how they kind of show their affection. Also planning trips, maybe doing a project together. I could see you guys maybe starting a business together here as well. Maybe they want to work with you. It's like, I'm also seeing the vision, like them talking about your future, and maybe you guys are discussing like what kind of ring you want to have or they want to have, depending on who's going to propose first. Like, I feel like you're going to design the ring with your future spouse. Something like that. It's like they're going to show these little things that show that they're committed, that they're thinking about the future. That's how they show affection here. So yeah, in private, they're very warm and it's very safe and it's very much based on the future and very home-centered affection, you know. And there's a good balance here of, you know, staying home and doing like, you know, Netflix and chilling and stuff like that, but also going outside the house and having dates here, you know. Maybe they're gonna surprise you with your with a concert of your favorite artist, you know. They might do that, or they're gonna surprise you with a trip here. So I feel like this person loves to maybe give you gifts. So I feel like their love language in private is gift giving. Yeah. And quality time. So they like to spend time with you. That's how they're going to show their affection. Because I feel like, you know, your future spouse might be someone who needs a lot of space or something like that. Maybe, or they might be an introvert or an ambivert. And you might be one of the few people that they can be around very long term, you know, without getting, you know, tired. But that's not for everyone, because I do see it, that they could also be an extrovert in these cards. So take what resonates. It could be that you're the introvert and maybe you are the one who needs your long time, and they respect that, you know, they let you just be here. But in public, we have the Sun and the Ace of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. So that's different energy. It's a big contrast. So in public, they absolutely light up around you. I feel like they're gonna be excited around you. Very sunny here with the Sun. You might hear a lot of people saying that, you know, that your future spouse is different around you. They're happier. Maybe they are a bit more serious, you know, around their family and friends and maybe even work colleagues. But, you know, this person might talk a lot about you. And everyone can see that when they look at you or when they talk about you, that they light up, right? So it's like they don't hide their happiness, you know, spending time with you, going and exploring the world with you, going on dates, trips and everything. And events, that makes them happy. So it's like they also beam with pride here, you know. The Sun card, it's still Leo energy because the Sun rules Leo. So they're also very proud to be seen with you. And I feel like with the Sun card, there's a lot of laughing here. You know, when you go out there into the world, I feel like this person really loves to hang out with, maybe in a group setting, or so maybe you go out with, you know, mutual friends or something a lot, but they love to hang out and laugh with you as well when it's just the two of you. Yeah, and with the Ace of Wands, there's also a very playful, flirty spark. So this is giving me a couple, you know, that is married, has kids, and then, you know, they get a babysitter, and then they go on a date night, and it's just the two of them, and then they can flirt. And because, yeah, when you're at home, you have to think about all the responsibilities, the kids, you have to restrain yourself a bit. But when it's just the two of you, this person, you know, lights up. They're fun, they're flirty, very affectionate, physically affectionate as well. A lot of kissing, a lot of hand holding in public. This person likes PDA, you know. You know, they might grab your butt or something like that. But yeah, there's this burst of affection, you know. Maybe also very much playful jokes, teasing you, and there's a lot of passion here. And I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune, this person is very spontaneous. You know, they might surprise you with an affectionate gesture, a kiss here, a kiss there, a compliment, or just like a surprise trip here as well. Here with the plane, they might like to surprise you a lot here. I just see you guys maybe even going to bars, maybe a casino. They like that as well. You know, drinks, a resort. Lots of roses. This person might like to buy you roses as well. Yeah. Let's see what else. How does their future spouse show affection in private versus in public? Show me. I'm hearing joy again. So this person is just most of the time in a very good mood. Okay, we have here the Judgment card. Interesting. We have here the Three of Cups. Yeah. We have here the Eight of Wands. We have the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and we have the Ace of Cups. Yeah, this person will love you a lot. I feel like even years down the line, they still have very strong feelings for you with the Ace of Cups. I feel like with the Judgment card, this is the kind of person, you know, that kind of treats your marriage as very sacred. I feel like they might be religious here, or they might be very spiritual. This is the kind of person that takes their vows very seriously, and they might also believe in destiny. So I feel like in private, their affection, you know, comes with a lot of depth here. So they kind of always tell you how meaningful you are to them. And it could be that faith is a very strong foundation in your marriage. It doesn't have to be. If that's not the case, just in general, they reflect how meaningful you are to them, right? They're constantly reminding you that you've changed their life here. I feel like with the Judgment card as well, like if there are any hiccups in the marriage, if you think about leaving, this is someone who will do everything to make you stay, because the Judgment card is about reconciliation. So this person will always, and I'm not saying that you want to leave them, it's just an example, but I'm just saying that if there are hiccups, or yeah, this person will always fight here with the Judgment card. Yeah. And with the Queen of Cups, you know, they're very tender towards you, very affectionate, very nurturing, very emotionally reassuring. They're going to listen to you when you talk, going to comfort you, and they're going to make you feel cherished here. And they're going to show their love through caring words as well. And kind of checking in on your feelings. They might ask a lot, how are you feeling? Are you okay? I see a lot of back rubs or something. And again, they love maybe holding your hand here as well. And yeah, with the Ace of Cups, again, it's just overflowing love. They'll express their emotions in private, you know. This might be someone who might cry sometimes. You know, this is someone who is not afraid to show their feelings in front of you. So they might also give you like love notes, you know, or there's little emotional confessions. Yeah, just very heartfelt and emotional and vulnerable. And very spiritual affection. This person is spiritual. And in public, you know, I feel like this person, again, they like to hang out in a group. So I feel like they're gonna include you in their circle. And when they're gonna introduce you to their friends, they're going to do it with pride and with affection, and they're going to celebrate you here with the Three of Cups, you know? Birthdays, anniversaries, Valentine's. This person loves all that stuff. And I feel like when you're at a social event, they love to keep you close. You know, they might put their arms around you a lot. They might like it when you sit on their lap as well. Here I'm seeing... And with the Knight of Swords, they're also, you know, very bold, very protective, and maybe a bit impulsive. You know, if someone disrespects you, you know, they'll immediately step up. I mean, do you see this body language of this guy? He looks like a bouncer, you know. So that's your future spouse, you know. They're very loyal in public, you know. They stand by you as well. They're very much all about you. So even if like someone trying to flirt with them, you know, this is the kind of person that would tell you and you know, gossip with you about them, and they act uninterested in that person. Yeah. Okay, let's get some other cards. Let's see for pile 2. Signs and clues. I feel like you're someone who maybe gets shy about their praise or compliments. Maybe you act a little bit coy as well, and they love that. I feel like that's why they also are very, extra with their affection here with the sun in public, because they like seeing your reaction. You're like, stop, stuff like that. Maybe you roll your eyes. Natural evolution. I feel like this person is gonna make you feel the most beautiful when you're in your natural state, just woken up, no makeup on. And they don't mind that. They don't mind anything like that. Even if, you don't feel your best. Like, let's say you just came back from the gym and you're sweating, like this person would still hug you, Like, they don't care. We have twin flame union. Yeah, again, this person might feel that you are like their soulmate, their other half. Like, you're very important to this person. Reaching out. Yeah, I feel like maybe in public, they're constantly reaching out to you, as in with their hands. Like, if you drift a little bit away from them, they're gonna go towards you and hold your hand or stand close. Like, this person wants to be close to you. Yeah, quality time is one of their love language. Yeah, we had that earlier. They'd like to spend a lot of time with you. It's almost like this energy, I just want to be with you. We'll do whatever you want to do, Okay, well, that's all I have for you, pile 2. I hope it resonated with you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the reading. And if you want a private reading with me, you can always email me. My email's in the description box below. Have an amazing day. Bye. Okay, pile 3, the Carnelian stone. We're looking at how your future spouse is going to show affection in public versus in private. So let's see. We have the High Priestess. We have the Page of Swords, Daughter of Swords. The Page of Swords. We have the Chariot and the King of Swords. And the Six of Swords. Whew. So in private, I feel like they're a little bit more subtle, When they show affection, they show it through, listening to you, being attentive to you, looking for your needs. So, being very attentive to your needs. And I'm going to use the intuition. They very much understand you. There's a lot of unspoken things between the both of you. So that kind of means that, they may hold you quietly. They might see that you're having a bad day, but they don't maybe necessarily ask you how are you or do you need anything. They just know that you need a hug, and they just come up to you and give you a hug and quietly hold you. Or they do like little stuff for you without you kind of asking. It's the subtle things. It's the things that go unnoticed. So maybe they notice that your gas is low and they'll take it to the gas station and pump it. Maybe they notice that you're low on your favorite coffee and they'll buy it for you. Maybe they bring you coffee in the morning as well, while you're in the shower. They might put it on your nightstand, or when you're doing your makeup, they might just put it at your makeup table or something for you to drink while you're doing your makeup. So those are little things. They show love by tuning into your moods, right? And making you feel seen. It's almost like you don't have to say anything. They just can read you. They're very much connected to you. And with it, the Daughter and the Page of Swords, they're very curious about you. So they might ask you a lot of questions as well. They want to also learn a lot about you. I see you guys having a lot of deep conversations, and they're going to ask everything they want to know about you. So I feel like they also show affection by kind of mentally engaging with you. And there might be like playful debates as well, or maybe just remembering very small details about you. You know, they might have like a notes on their phone in a notes app, with all your favorite things or things you've said. You know, they keep that all noted, I guess, here. You know, the pages of the sword suit are also, you know, very funny, very witty, sometimes sarcastic. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot of playful banter between the both of you, maybe making fun of each other, a lot of jokes. So their love is very you know, intellectual and very intuitive. It's very subtle. So it's not really like PDA. It's not really like kissing, hugging, all that stuff. It's more so about, you know, bonding, mentally bonding, and, you know, through secrets as well. This person might tell you a lot of stuff that they don't tell other people. This might be also someone who likes to engage with your hobbies, or they love it if you engage with their hobbies as well. You know, maybe playing video games, maybe reading the same books as you. And yeah, there's just a lot of also texting I see, especially in the beginning when you don't live with each other. A lot of texting, a lot of phone calls, a lot of FaceTiming. This person is always available for you. A lot of talking. This person loves to talk. And if you're a talker, this is the kind of person who loves to listen to you as well. And in public, they're gonna, you know, stand by you with confidence here with the Chariot card. So they'll show more affection through direction. And what I mean by that is maybe driving you to where you're going, maybe making sure that they know the route, maybe guiding you. It's like they're very responsible. Chariot is also Cancer energy. You know, Cancers have a hard outer shell and a soft inner shell, but it's about protection for me as well, the Chariot. It's you know, it's a general on the original card with an armor. So they're going to be very protective over you in public as well. So if you, you know, are going out with your friends or something, they might drive you there, and they might pick you up. If you go to a concert with someone, they might drive you and pick you up. Stuff like that. They're very protective over you. I see a lot of texting between the both of you. They always know where you are, what's going on in your life, what you like. They're very much attentive to your needs, and they know everything about you. Like, this person, their focus is on you here. So yeah, it's like they're leading you or protecting you in public. So they're leading you. This has a leadership energy. Also very loyal, very steady. So meaning you can always count on this person, that if you need something, if you need them to do something, they'll do it. This is a very responsible person. I see a lot of air sign energy and earth sign energy. That's the energy that they give off. And with the King of Swords, you know, they're very composed as well. This person is, to be honest, not so much physically or emotionally affectionate. You know, they might be someone that kind of needs to work on that. But I do feel like they'll try for you, you know, but it's just not something that comes natural to them. So they're not like over the top affectionate. But people are going to see how much respect this person has for you, you know. So yeah, their public affection for you is kind of shown through, you know, speaking up for you, defending you. Here with the King of Swords, it's like you don't have to think in public almost, because they've all got it handled here, you know. They made the reservations, they booked the flights, stuff like that. It's a very responsible person here. And with the Six of Swords, you know, that's gentle protectiveness. So in public, they might guide you, you know, by putting their hand on your back, you know, maybe even on your neck as well, you know, and kind of steering you. And yeah, they're just gonna make you feel safe and comfortable. And maybe even like if you like cross the street, they might take your hand, or if you are in a very crowded area, they might take your hand to lead you, you know, through the crowd. And if you are a bit overwhelmed socially, this is the kind of person who would, you know, order for you as well. Maybe if you have like a hard time with that, they'll do stuff like that for you. So what else for pile 3? How will their future spouse show affection in public versus in private? Okay. The Fool. The Lovers. The Queen of Swords. Two of Swords. You have the King and Queen of Swords. And we have the 2 pages, you know, the daughter and the son of swords. Maybe you're both air signs. Page of Pentacles and a Ten of Wands. Maybe you're also someone who's not maybe, you know, all about physical affection, you know, kissing, PDA. Maybe you're just like your future spouse. Maybe you're someone who doesn't really like to be vulnerable with their emotions as well. That's interesting. I feel like for most of you, your affection type or PDA is gonna line up, I guess, if that makes sense. You know, with the Fool, there's again this playful energy about teasing, about joking around with you. They're very playful, very spontaneous, very lighthearted here. It feels like, you know, best friends. There's a good foundation of friendships. You think alike, you might have the same hobbies. And yeah, you might show affection through humor. Little adventures maybe as well here with the Fool. They're gonna make you feel free as well. This is not someone who like smothers you or is controlling. And very playful. You know, the Fool is also youthful energy. So I can see this person, you know, pulling pranks on you. Maybe, you know, if you're outside, they might throw a snowball at you. Stuff like that. Very playful. Yeah, Two of Swords for me here is also the card if, you know, having trouble with emotionally expressing yourself, being emotionally closed off. So again, this person has struggles with that, with expressing emotions directly, expressing their needs as well. This might also be your energy. I feel like both of you are this way. I feel like this person also may hesitate or, you know, to show affection because they might, you know, you guys might be the kind of people that kind of tease you. You might not like, you know, very like sappy words or something like that. You might tease them for that. I also feel like, yeah, this person, because I feel that they kind of need reassurance to open up emotionally. They don't want to be vulnerable. They don't want to think, they don't want you to think that they're, you know, too sappy, like I said. So again, their affection comes in subtle ways, you know, sitting close, doing small favors, stuff like that. It's the little things with this person, you know, they show love through small gestures that have like a big meaning. Buying you your favorite snack, remembering things that you said, leaving notes, stuff like that. And they also show affection by trying, by learning, by studying you. Yeah, it's very interesting. And then in public, you know, with the Lovers, I feel like this person considers you their, you know, their soulmate because there's the King of Swords, or at least, you know, you are their mate for life. I feel like this person likes to do a lot of things for you. This might be the kind of person where, you know, they might say to their friends, you know, oh, I can't hang out. I'm hanging out with pile 3, you know. Like they prefer to hang out with you over anyone else. And it's funny because they still give you your freedom, but they love hanging out with you. I feel like in public, it's also like people are going to know that you're a couple, you know? They're not the kind of person who stands like a couple feet away, who walks like a couple of feet in front of you. The most public affection maybe might be like hand holding or putting a hand on your back or something like that. Even though they're not very publicly affectionate, people are going to still see, oh, that's a couple, you know? They're going to make it known that you guys are together, you're a couple. That always goes by. Yeah, and again, with the Queen of Swords, their public affection isn't like mushy or something like that. It's not sappy. It's very respectful and very mature, you know? They're gonna admire you openly, of course. You know, you see here how this owl is looking at us. So they might have their eyes on you a lot in public, you know, even if it's like at a public event, you know, you're over at your friend's house or family's house, there's a party, they're still looking at you. They're gonna admire you openly. They're gonna maybe check you out. But again, they come off as respectful, like they don't just value you for your looks or for what you do for them, but also your mind, you as a person. They're gonna, yeah, show the world that they value your mind, I guess. And with the Ten of Swords, it's like, I feel like if there is like some sort of crisis or if you're struggling with something in public or something goes wrong, that's when they show affection, you know? That's when their more vulnerable side comes out. When you are in danger or if you're sick, that's when they're extra even in private, like if you're sick, that's when they become more physically affectionate or verbally affectionate. It's like when you are in danger or you're in trouble or something goes wrong with you, if you're having a hard time, they'll become extra sweet, you know, making sure that you feel supported as well. So again, their public affection and private affection is not flashy. It's just about having your back when it matters the most, you know? So that's all I have for you, pile 3. I hope it resonated with you. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the video. And if you want a private reading with me, you can always email me. My email is in the description box below. Have a good day. Bye.